Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Monday. Hey, I'm just broadcasting. I see we are live on Facebook as well as YouTube and Instagram. Thank you so much for chiming in. I see you, Big Mike, out there, Mr. Eric out there chiming in on Instagram. Thank you so much. But guess what? We're talking about a whole bunch of stuff tonight because I'm telling you, and I am so excited. I just got back from Orlando, Florida. So I'm conferenced out. I'm ready to get to work. And if you are viewing this on any of the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, hey, click like and click share. Click like and click share. You're going to want to do that because you're going to hear some important information in a little bit of time. But we're going to talk about tonight how to set up and position yourself for a winning season. I tell you, like I tell everybody else, if you continue doing the same thing that you've been doing, you're going to get the same results. But I'm going, and matter of fact, my co-host and I can't wait to introduce him because he's in the background doing some things, getting some things in order. And I just love him like a brother from another mother. But we have taken a lot of trips together. We have used this platform that we're going to talk about tonight to take. I don't know about him and his wife, Lady K. Shout out to Lady Kendra Keys. I talked to her earlier today. Had to get on her nerves a little bit about this upcoming cruise that we got coming on. So it's a lot of stuff going on. But myself, since being a part of this amazing opportunity, this amazing family. Good evening, Carol Caspar is in the house. I'll be there at the end of this month celebrating or getting ready to meet up for our 30th class reunion, high school reunion. I can't believe, especially, hey, I don't believe that I've been out of high school 30 years. I mean, and I'm sure a lot of us that we're gonna meet, we grandmothers. I'm a grandmother now, and it's amazing. This will be my first one. I see Miss Broadway is in the house. Hey, Queen. And I'm excited. But with this platform, I've been able in the last 5 years, been able to experience some of the most amazing things, amazing places. I've been on 71 vacations. I'm planning number 72, 73, 74. I'm booked up into September because all roads are leading to Dubai. So I think my 90 seconds is up. So without further ado, I would love to introduce to you and bring to the stage my pastor, my big brother from another mother, Pastor Mel Keys out of San Antonio, Texas, 3-star director. I'm gonna be like you when I grow up. I'm running. I'm running for my life. I'm running for my life, man.
You're already there and grateful for it. I'm always excited to see your face and to know that you're near because I hold you dear. That's a bar right there.
Hey,
Come on
man,
now.
you got bars.
Hey, Carol, it's good to see you, Carol Caspar, and I believe it's Akia Broadway. Thank you for chiming in. Much love to you as well. And Yvonne Whitehead, I'm glad that we are back connected. Listen, we got a lot of ground to cover and a short time to get there. So I'm going to do what I need to do. Tanya, please, baby girl, don't go too far away. I'm going to put you in the lobby. You know I need you now. Don't go too far away. I'm going to have you to come back in shortly. But let me go ahead with post haste and begin our conversation tonight because we always want to add value. This conversation is always centered on unlocking not your best life. We got a whole lot of folk out there with the best life. We're about the blessed life. We want to help you to unlock it. And it takes certain keys to get to that space, to get to that place. And every single Monday, 6 p.m. Central, it is our desire. Creek don't rise, Lord say the same, to give you something that's going to add value and to be nutritious and delicious for your life. So let's go ahead and jump right in. How to set up and position for your winning season. How many of y'all really want to win? Is it time to win? Come on, I ain't for that losing stuff. You got enough of that on the resume, right? Let me know where the winners are. Where the winners at? Represent, put it in the chat. I think we're on the gram tonight. I think I hit the right button. I think we got the X or the tweet, what they call that thing. I don't even know. on Facebook and several other places. So we're going to do our very best to reach as many as we can. But also, you can help us. This is going to add value to you. Perhaps it'll add value to someone that you're connected with. As Coach Tanya said, share it with someone else. Put it in someone else's front door, if you will. We go with that. We got Angel Eyes is in the building. That's Essie, y'all. Love me some Essie. Thank God for an Essie in your life. So let's look at this thing. How to set up and position for your winning season, y'all. I don't know what you've been told, but it's winning season, y'all, and I am not playing. It is winning season. Last night it was. I don't know how you felt about it. I'm not much into the football sport and all that, but my wife is she's into it enough for the whole family, and then the rest of the family, they just go hog wild, bananas, and all that type of stuff. I could barely tell you who was playing. I think I know this time, but nonetheless, y'all, I don't know if your team won or not, but your team should have won. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about Team U, because it is winning season for Team U. Somebody put that in the comments. It's winning season, say, for Team Me. Yeah, it's winning season for Team Me. Your team needs to be winning, and you are your first part of the team. Y'all, there ain't no team without you in it. They say there's no I in team. The devil is a lie. You need to be the first part. You're the most important part. You're the primary part of your team. It starts with you. And we want to make sure we give you the value to set yourself up and get in position for your winning season. So I'm going to give you 10 nuggets. Number one, if you're going to really set yourself up, if you're going to get positioned for your winning season, number one, y'all, you got to sharpen your hearing and realize that you have been called for it. Did you hear me? I said you've been called for it. Zakiya, it is your winning season, and you've been called for it. And you have to hear that thing, man. I got a dog at the house. I'm not going to say it's my dog because my daughter left. She left. Can we call somebody? Can y'all call somebody for me on that? She left her dog about 4 years ago, and that's another subject. Maybe I shouldn't get distracted. Listen, when that dog, my daughter's dog, she knows it, y'all, and you go in the refrigerator for anything. She could hear that refrigerator open and her ears go straight up. You understand what I'm saying? Man, our ears got to go straight up hearing the fact that we've been called for our winning season. This is it right here, y'all. You ain't got to wait for it anymore. It is right here in front of your face. So sharpen your hearing and realize that you've been called for. But not only must you sharpen your hearing and realize that you've been called for it, number two, I want you to respect the fact not only were you called for it, but man, you were born for it. I'm going to say it again. You were born for it. This is why you were here. You were not birthed to lose. You were birthed to win. Say back home, you're not new to this. You true to this. You were born to win. You were not birthed to lose. You were born to win. And you got to respect the fact that you were born for that purpose. Number three, you got to understand that your past failures, they were lessons to prepare you for it. Come on, am I the only one in the room with some scars and some wounds? You know, some lessons. You know, when you first learned how to ride that bike. Before I learned how to ride a bike with my training wheels when I was a little kid on a block growing up in Brooklyn, I had a big wheel first. And with the big wheel, we didn't have all them pads and helmets that, they got today. I had so many scars and stitches and bust upside the head. And we would take our stuff. I lived on the 4th floor. We would sometimes, sometimes ride down the stairs with stuff, stuff you weren't supposed to do. But that's what kids do without somebody really supervising all that playing thing. But my point is this, y'all, there were some failures. In the playground, there were some failures. Come on, in the schoolroom, in the classroom, there were some failures. Come on, in the bedroom. Man, there's failures all over life. Come on, look back over your own life and let me know that I'm not the only one with some past failures, y'all. But you know what I recognize? That those failures were necessary. Not only were they necessary, but they're also past tense. Listen carefully. You must understand that your past failures, they were the lessons that you needed to prepare you for right now. And what's your right now? Your winning season. So go ahead and give God praise right there, y'all, because it was necessary. You got some expensive lessons, and now that you know, you can live like you do. Number 4, y'all, how to set up and position yourself for your winning season. You got to tap into your daily bread to keep getting fed for it. Say it again. You got to tap into your daily bread to keep getting fed for it. What do I mean by that? Man, let the word of God lead your whole life. Don't play with that thing for Sundays or Saturdays or whatever your day of the week is. Don't play with that thing as if the preacher, pastor, bishop, pope, or whoever has a magic wand and it's different in their hand than yours. Man, you better feed yourself. I'm told that babies need to be fed, hand fed, so forth and so on. But if you grown and on your own, you need to pick up that word for yourself and feed yourself every single day. And when you know that it's winning season and that you're ready to be set up and positioned for it, you don't have time to wait for somebody to spoon feed you. Go get your daily bread so that you can keep getting fed for it. Not only that, but you got to stay on your knees. Number 5, so that you can be prayed up for it. Come on, somebody, is it making sense for you? You got to be prayed up for this thing. When you're being set up and positioned for your winning season, you got to know that you know that you know that there's a power from on high. Greater is he that is in us than he that's in the world. And I'm telling you that there are things that we don't even see, but he sees them even though we don't. There are things that we can't even do, but he can do them even though we can't. But when you prayed up, you don't have to rely on your power. Now you have God's power, and his power is always greater than ours. So stay on your knees, my friend, my brother, my sister. Stay on your knees so that you can stay prayed up, so that you can be ready, prepared, willing, and able, positioned for your winning season. But not only that, number 6, and then we're going to take a quick break. It'll be a commercial break. In fact, we're going to bring you some information. Listen, you got to pay attention and decline distractions because you have to be focused for it. Is it making sense to anybody? I've heard people say that they're going to pray that they don't get distracted. That's a wasted prayer. Let me tell you something, because the distractions are going to come whether you pray or whether you don't. In fact, you got to make sure that you're prepared when they come, not if they come, because they're coming. I mean, you can't pray just like you can't pray the devil away, because even when he leaves, he coming right back. He come on, I don't have time tonight. But after the Lord was tempted, the devil came back for an opportune time. He's always on his way back until, come on, that day when he gets his final resting spot. Let me make sure that y'all understand what I'm saying. Temptations and distractions are coming. Stop acting as if you're going to wait until they're removed. You're going to wait until they're eliminated. You're going to wait until, whatever your perfect condition is, because there are no perfect conditions, and you have to exercise due diligence. You must pay attention, and it's up to you to decline the distraction. Just because the phone ring, come on, my phone just rung, but I didn't answer it. Just because the phone ring don't mean you have to answer. Just because it's a knock on the door, it don't mean you got to say, who is it? You got to decline distractions, and you got to know when it is a distraction. If it's not a part of your business, you ain't got no business in nobody else's business. You got enough for yourself. Decline distractions because you have to be focused for it. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get Coach Tanya back in the house. I want her to speak to us very briefly about any of the nuggets that she's heard so far, and then we're going to go right to the commercial break. Baby girl, has anything ministered to you, spoken to you, caught your eye, touched your heart so far? You're muted.
My bad. I look, you was talking about them distractions, and Coach D just texted me, wanted me to do the presentation. So I was a little distracted, but I heard everything you said. And look, I was preaching I was in the comments. You better stay prayed up, because the distractions is gonna come. Life is gonna life you, but you got to find the positive and the negative, and keep the main the main. Ooh, did I say that right? Keep the main the main.
Something like that. I got you. I got you.
Keep the main the main.
So here's what we're going to do, baby girl. We got our very first infomercial. I want them to pay attention to this. I'm going to put you back in the lobby. Y'all take a look, and we'll be right back. Here it is.
For the past decade and all around the world, in more than 65 nations and growing, we have been showing everyday, ordinary people how to travel more, travel better, and travel for a whole lot less, getting them better than travel agent rates without them being travel agents. In 65 nations and growing, people are using our optional referral program, a game-changing bonus option where you can earn even more free travel and the type of residual income that you can pay bills with while creating the lifestyle that you've been dreaming and praying about. Download our industry insights and top travel secrets now. Plus, get a complimentary travel gift by completing a qualifying appointment. Grab a spot on our calendar to schedule a no-obligation qualifying appointment and receive one of our complimentary 3 to 5 night stays valued at up to $1,700. A better life requires a better way, and we found it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's backtrack just a little bit. Our conversation tonight, how to set up and position yourself for your winning season. We got the man of God, Eduardo Davis, is in the building. So is Kevin Watkins. Much love to you, best, both gentlemen. We got Niecy Walker is in the building. Much love to you, sweetheart. Listen, let's go on and pick up right where we left off. How to set up and position yourself for your winning season. Number one, we said, you got to sharpen your hearing and realize that you have been called for it. Number two, we said you must respect the fact that you were even born for it. Number three, we said you got to understand your past failures were lessons to prepare you for it. Nothing was wasted. It's all going to be used to get you to your higher ground. Number four, you got to tap into your daily bread to keep getting fed for it. Don't let nobody spoon feed you. You're too grown for that. Number five, stay on your knees so you can stay prayed up for it. Because God got a word with your name on it, but it starts when we're on our knees. Number six, we said pay attention and decline distractions. Don't wait for them to be eliminated. It's up for you to decline them. Decline distractions because you have to be focused for it. So we're picking up on number 7. Here we go. If you're ready to set up and position yourself for your winning season. Number 7, shake off your doubt and know that you are more than enough for it. Man, we let so many people convince us, because everybody is not your friend. Everybody is not really in your corner, even though they're in your space. Everybody does not desire to see you successful, to see you growing and blossoming and being one who is winning. Some folk want to see you lose, to be honest with you. And some folk, as long as you don't do any more than what they're doing, they're all right with it. But could I tell you, you don't need folk like that in your life. You want to make sure you shake off not only your own doubt, but the doubt that you're connected to of other folk around you. Could I tell you very quickly, there are some folk that got their healing in the scripture. I remember the Lord, he told one young man he was healed because of the faith of his 4 friends. Do you have friends like that? Make sure you shake off your doubt and you remove the doubt of other folk that don't need to be in close proximity. There were some healings he had to put people out of the room before he can do the healing that needed to be done. Guys, shake off that doubt. Eliminate that doubt from the connections you have. And you have to know that you are more than enough for it. Don't let anybody convince you otherwise. Number 8, lock arms with leaders and coaches who can help you launch out deeper for it. Man, you need somebody in your life. We all do, that can help you go further than you could ever go on your own. That is what leadership is all about. Now, leadership is not creating a bunch of followers just for no purpose. Leadership is intentional. Leadership and coaching is about pouring value and oil into the lives of other people that can go further because of what you poured into them. So we want to make sure that we're locking arms with leaders and coaches who can help us launch out deeper than we can on our own. I'm going to give you the ninth, and then we're going to take another quick break. Number 9, stir up your faith, believing God, taking the right actions for it. See, there are some actions that are not necessarily the right actions, but when you've used and exercised all of the tips that we've already shared this evening, could I tell you now, you're going to stir that up. Why do you need to stir it? Because sometimes you know how things can settle down in the bottom of a cup. You got to get those ingredients, those key ingredients that you were just given. You got to activate that stuff. And sometimes to activate things, if you're drinking it or even if you're going to eat it, digest it, it got to be stirred up. I mean, even if you putting paint on the wall, y'all, it's been a moment since I've done that. But man, I think I need to do it again soon. You got to stir that stuff up, because if you don't stir it up right, it's not going to stick. Some of the stuff that God wants to do in our life, the reason that it's not sticking, y'all, because we not stirring that up. You got to stir up your faith, believing God, taking the right actions for it. Here's what we're going to do right now. We're going to go to one more again. Infomercial. I want you to pay attention to this one. This one is specifically for somebody out there that you know that God has given you a story that has to be told, because the half ain't been told, y'all. And you need to be the one to tell it. God gave it to you, all that you went through, all that you've been through. There's something about you that you know. There's a ministry that's far outside your neighborhood. You got a message for the nations, and you don't want to die with that thing in your heart. I heard Dr. Miles Monroe on one occasion talk about how the wealthiest place on the planet, y'all, is the graveyard. You don't want that to be your life. You want to make sure you have ample opportunity to share your story, your testimony of how God has been at work in your life. Take a listen to this. If this is not you, maybe it's somebody that you need to share this with. Joshua Generation, where you at? Where you at? Ready to take your travel to a whole new level in 2025? As you do God's kingdom work and also make time for your own much needed recreation, recharge, and reflection? Isn't it time to take much better care of yourself, your family, your ministry at the same time? Why must you choose one against the other? You need a solid way to avoid stacking up travel expenses to pay back on your credit card. Interested in finding out how you could travel better, travel more, and pay a whole lot less, even less than travel agents? Set yourself up to enjoy refreshing 4- and 5-star getaways a few times every single year without any timeshare affiliation or any long-term obligation. Find out how you can get top worldwide and national destinations at unbelievable prices, and again, at better than travel agent rate. Get access to our more than 100 plus world tour options to create your own events for yourself, your family, and even your ministry. Use them for your own sabbaticals, for your small groups, your retreats, or even your leadership team getaways. Or maybe the sisters need to come together as they always do. And don't forget the brothers. Bro, we can't leave you out for the men's ministry gatherings. Maybe you want to use it for your young adult fellowships or kingdom workshops and masterminds. And of course, don't leave out your own relaxation and recreation. Well, just click the link below and let's get these travel parties started. All right, family, we're back where we need to be. We got one more nugget I'm going to leave with you. Let me backtrack and just cover the ground that we covered for tonight. How to set up and position for your winning season. Here's what we said. To do that, you got to sharpen your hearing and realize that you have been called for it. Secondly, you got to respect the fact that you were even born for it. Thirdly, you got to understand your past failures. They were necessary. They were the lessons needed to prepare you for it. Number 4, You got to tap into your daily bread. You got to hear God to keep getting fed for it. Number 5, you got to stay on your knees, y'all, so that you can stay prayed up for it. Then 6thly, we said you got to pay attention and decline the distractions because they coming, because you have to be focused for it. Number 7, we said you got to shake off your doubt and know that you are more than enough for it. Number 8, we said you got to lock arms with leaders and coaches who can help you launch out deeper for it. And then number 9, we said you got to stir up your faith, believing God, taking the right actions for it. Here's number 10, my friend. You got to draw a line in the sand and cross over to go all out and all in for it. Here's what I mean by that. Too many times we play life in safety mode. We keep it on safety far too often, y'all. We play too conservative. Now, we get radical and crazy and everything else for some other stuff that ain't about nothing. But when it comes down to business, kingdom business, that's going to not only make an influence, but that's going to make an impact, not only in the lives of those that you know personally, but in the lives of those who you really didn't even know existed, and nor did they know that you existed. Man, if you want to make a big ripple, a big wave, you got to move. You got to draw a line in the sand. You got to cross over to the point of no return. You got to be willing to burn some bridges behind you and cross over to a point of never to be the same again. In other words, you got to be willing to go all out so that you can go all in. Are you ready to do that? Because that's what it will take to set yourself up and position yourself, my friend, for your winning season. Let me do this. I want to thank you for allowing me to give you some value tonight. I got a couple of other announcements I want to share with you. I'm going to put this on the screen because we're particularly looking for some new and aspiring authors. And there's some things that we're doing with those authors in a project that we refer to as Going Places. It's our most recent literature that we've written. This is the copy of Going Places. Our last world tour that we shared together was in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Coach Tanya started to smile when she hear that, because that was an amazing event. And it's always going to be a combination of ministry, entrepreneurship, leadership mix. It's a hybrid opportunity. It includes recreation, relaxation, but it also includes the inspiration, the education, the teaching. It includes being able to spend time in ministry, talking to people, ministering to people in other parts of the world and doing what God has called us to do. This thing is way bigger than us, and some of us have minimized it. So we're particularly looking for those who have a voice that hasn't necessarily been heard, but you know there's a word in your heart that is just waiting to get out. I want to help you. I want to coach you through the process of getting your book, but it's bigger than a book, y'all. I want to help you to develop your digital product. I want to help you to develop your coaching course and program. I want to help you to develop all of the strategies as it relates to the marketing side that you're going to need in this type of economy, and you're going to need in this type of digital society to really not just survive, but to thrive. So I'm going to give you one more video. I'm going to keep that up on the screen. When you know better, you need to do better. Take a look at this, and I'll be right back.
Father's favorite family, this is Pastor Mel, founder for Going Places. And it's past time for your voice to be heard. You waited and wasted enough time. Your message has got to get out.
Someone say Going Places. Going Places. Someone shout Going Places. Going Places.
See, you've been called to far greater places and spaces than your block, your street, and local neighborhood. And I have an unction that you too have been called to the nations. This much I know. The reason that God gave you that gift inside of you was to make room for you and to take you before great men and women so that He could get the glory while you tell your story. I also know for a fact that so many of us have that greatness in us, but we lack a solid coach to give what I needed for myself so many years ago and had to struggle for, like the strategy, the systems, and the structures.
All right, Coach Tanya, I'm going to bring you back in because I think there might have been some technical difficulty there. It was showing differently on my screen and on the phone. Were you able to see that at all?
Yeah, I was watching it.
You were watching it. Okay. It was a technical on my screen. I apologize. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, let me just summarize it for you. We are going places. You're looking at yours truly, one of the key authors. I'm so excited for her. She's written extensively prior to this project, and she's not a first-time author, but it was my privilege to lock arms with her on this particular project. Tanya, if you'll take a few moments to tell us about anything that you got out of Going Places experience as we've begun to travel worldwide on a worldwide stage telling our stories.
Wow, I've never thought that I would ever think that I would be able to have that opportunity. And now, like you said, I've published 2 books, working on my 3rd, and we are definitely going places. I was just looking back at the video that you were showing, and I was like, it's amazing where I am today from where I've been. I always like to reference myself, because history repeats itself. So I like to always reference myself as to Job in the Bible. And man, oh man, like God has blessed me to have taken 71 vacations on 3 different continents.
Simply amazing. Simply amazing.
A little sinner like me, Lord have mercy. And the people I've met, it's just God taketh and he gives. And man, I was just, thinking about some of the things, the distractions, the losses. Yeah, you're going to lose some things. I remember when I started in the company, if I can be transparent, I was married for the 3rd time. Let's just keep it 100.
All right.
And now I am not. So, but God is, whatever that has been lost, God has replaced with more understanding that I can't explain. Let's just say that. Amen. It ain't me. It's all him, y'all. It's all him. So you get connected with the daddy. He'll take care of you.
He leads the rest of the way. Listen, Here's what we want to do. I'm going to put one more thing on the screen for you all. If you'll go to that site, if you're interested in finding out how you can participate in what I refer to as a 5-day challenge. It is for authors who have already written, and it's also for those who aspire to be authors. This particular project is fully explained, and that is the front door to find out more about the program, to get all your questions answered, and really see if this program, Master Keys Coaching, is a good fit for you. If that is the case, you'll know it. Go ahead and click on that link with everything there, and we'll be able to get you in the place that you want to go. Concerning Going Places as a book, y'all understand this. It's much more than a book. It's a mindset. It's a mandate. It's a mission. And we're showing people how to get to, remember, not their best life, but their blessed life. And the blessed life is always, always, always about adding more value, serving those who God has given you the responsibility to serve. That's what this whole thing is about. Shout out to all the amazing co-authors that we have that's been a part of the project already. But there are some more authors coming, and that may be you listening to the words coming out my mouth right now. Reach out to us. Let us know. Get that link. Tanya, I don't know if you can take that link and we'll put it in the comment feed as well. But if you're able to get that link, put it in the comments. That will help somebody to get where they need to go. And I'll do the same thing as well. But listen, y'all, we got to go. But let me end with this. Project Going Places. We have so many opportunities this year. She just mentioned we got a cruise coming up out of Miami coming up less than a month. We also have an Alaskan cruise over the summer and several other things that are more personal, family-based. But the thing that I'm very much excited about is our next Going Places project, y'all. All roads lead back to Dubai. Now, this is back because we've been there. And what a time we had that last occasion when we were in Dubai. We had prayer gatherings. We had Bible studies. We were on the beach. We went in the tallest buildings in the world. We did all kind of shopping, and I could tell you the food was out of this world. Let me also tell you this. We paid $99 for a 5-star resort with breakfast for 2, 6 days, 5 nights. Now, what we didn't do is talk a lot about all the different pricing, but this is worldwide. We have this type of pricing because of the platform we use, the Worldwide Travel Club. So if you want more information, all we can say, as Tanya just said, she's been to practically 70 different destinations all around the world and back in the past 5 years. You say, well, I ain't got time like that. I got a job. You don't have to. You don't. It's to you. It's to your schedule. It's flexible to your lifestyle. It'll do what you want it to do. The only difference between our platform and what you're doing right now, number one, you're paying 3, 4, 5, 6 to 10 times more than you need to pay. That's the first thing we want to help you to eliminate. Number two, whatever platform you're using is not paying you back. You want both of those experiences working in your favor. You want to use a platform that's going to substantially reduce your out-of-pocket expenses, and we have found it. We show you how to travel more, travel better, and travel for a whole lot less. Not only that, but we have the means to get that money that's going out into the travel industry and bring it right back home. And when we say home, that's to you. So if you're interested in that, you definitely want to get with us and so forth and so on. But back to Dubai, y'all going places. Our next project, I'm excited, is in Dubai. And let me just pull up some stuff here so that you can have the information. Next time you guys see me and we do this, sometime this week, we might come back again. We'll have a video for you so that it can speak for itself. But listen, y'all, we're talking about a 5-star beachfront property in Dubai. We're talking about the dates, 16 to 22 September. And we're talking about $159 for 2 people with breakfast included. Now, that does not include your flight. We'll show you using our program how you can get whatever money you needed to pay for your flight. If you take notes and then take action, we got you covered on that. But for your room, which would otherwise be well over $1,500 to $2,000, we're going to show you using our program how to get there, stay there, that whole duration of time, 2 persons, 16 to 22 September, for $159 using our program and maximizing it the way it was designed. So we're talking about 7 days, 6 nights, 5-star hotel, breakfast included for 2. And God almighty, that breakfast, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. $159. Let me read through some of the language we're not able to give you. We're not at liberty to give you the name of the destination. We can do that offline, but if you really need to know, you need to be reaching out to us. But let me give you some of the language involved with this experience. Experience the ultimate 5-star all-inclusive beachfront destination along the pristine shorelines of Dubai with 3 unique hotels and 1 million square meters of unparalleled combination of experiences. Relax on 800 meters of golden sand or enjoy over 40 exhilarating experiences, including tennis, a world-class 9-hole championship golf course, horseback riding, water spots, and shooting range activities. Create unforgettable family memories with an award-winning culinary journey of 25 restaurants and bars suitable for families and superb views of the resort, 9-hole championship golf course featuring 3 outdoor temperature-controlled, refreshing swimming pools and 4 dining experiences to explore. Have full access to all the resort facilities, including equestrian center, Calm Spa and Salon, the marina, and more. And it's only 35 minutes away from downtown Dubai. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we got more information to give, but we're out of time. There's a Faith Leaders Call with a full presentation that we're a part of. We hope that you might want to see it. Tanya, if you'll give them the information that they're going to need to join us on that Faith Leaders Call, that would be great. I'm going to get off the screen and have you to close us out. But ladies and gentlemen, in essence and in summary, let me just say, we're all about your blessed life. We hope that you've seen something and have received some kind of value that's going to help to pivot you and position you to the next that God has ordained for you. It is our belief, our core conviction, that what God has for you is for you. The only one that can mess it up is you. We hope that you'll join us. We hope that you'll lock arms. We hope that you'll get all of your questions answered. Exercise due diligence. You got questions? We got answers. Full disclosure. And we'll see you at the beach, the bank, or both. But we hope to see you again. Tanya, if you'll close us out, thank you, and we'll see you on board.
All right. You heard from the man of God, and he is the truth, the real deal, Holyfield. I asked him when I first met him, "You one of them lying pastors?" And he did. He has told me then some, and he's been just awesome to me. But listen, if you want to get on this Faith Leaders call, we have in the next 15 minutes, we're going to have a word from the Lord where there's going to be praise and worship. The only thing we're not going to be doing is passing the collection plate, but we will be passing out blessings because I'm listening. You need to get in where you fit in. But that Zoom ID is 851-8208-4922. And you have to get back to the person that shared this on their page. Me, Pastor Mill, or all the other partners that shared this on their pages. Shout out to, thank you so much for chiming in. I see a bunch of people on Instagram. I see some people, and I see you, Lady K, but we'll see you on the Faith Leaders call. Again, that Zoom ID is 851-8208-4922, but you got to get back to the person that shared this with you to get that password. Season's greetings. I love y'all like fried chicken with gravy on the taters. We'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.